Hey guys. All right, so cross-line relationships. I want to talk a little bit about them because they have been invaluable to my business, and I think they're really important. And I think that a lot of times they are one of the um, most underutilized tools that are out there. So let's talk a little bit about what is a cross-line relationship. Just quick intro, my name is Jessica Jacobs. I'm a Young Living Platinum, and I've been doing Young Living for about 3 years. And so, um, yes, good to meet you too, Renee. Um, so, when I went to my first convention, a couple months prior, I had decided to do Young Living as a business. The opportunity kind of fell in my lap. I had fallen in love with the product, started sharing with the people that I love, and naturally, a business formed. And so, when I finally decided to really treat this as a business, I knew that if I was going to do this, I needed to get to convention. I needed to get around other people that were also doing it as a business and, learn from them and kind of figure out what the heck I was doing because I had no idea really. So at my very first convention, I had the opportunity to meet a couple other people who were kind of in the same place that I was in their businesses. We were all right around executive and looking to hit silver. We were getting serious about, really making this thing work. And so we had a chance during convention to really talk and to collaborate and created some really amazing friendships. And this last week was convention again. This was our third convention. And we talk in between convention, but it's always fun to meet back up at convention. And just to, like I said, in between times, talk on Facebook or on the phone or whatever, and really just collaborate with each other. So, all right, first off, what is a cross-line relationship? Okay, so in network marketing, a cross-line relationship is where, okay, I have a sponsor. Hey, from London. I have a sponsor and I'm directly under her. Well, a cross-line relationship is basically anybody that is not in my upline or my downline. That would be considered a cross-line relationship. So I have people that are directly cross-line from me. So someone else that my sponsor sponsored, but it, like I said, is not in my downline or my upline. They are directly cross-line. But then I've got people who, yes, they do. Hi, Tanya. You're one of my awesome cross-line friends. So Tanya is not direct. We don't have the same sponsor, but we're kind of in the same organization. But sometimes cross-line friends are like way maybe under a different, diamond. Like they're way different legs over, that kind of thing. But those relationships are amazing. So let's talk about why. The reason that cross-line relationships can be so beneficial, first of all, there's power in numbers. So I only have a certain number of people in my organization, but if I team up with someone who has a completely different organization, they have all the people in their organization. And now all of a sudden, we have a whole nother group of people to work with. So maybe, let's talk about prospects. Maybe I have 3 or 4 people that are interested in oils, and I could do a class for those 3 or 4 people. But if I team up with someone else who has a whole different sphere of friends, and they have 3 or 4 people that are interested, and we team up together, now all of a sudden we have, 6 to 10 friends, and being someone that enjoys, parties and crowds and other people and things like that, I think it's a lot more fun, and there's a lot more energy in the room when you've got, 10 people in a room as opposed to 3 or 4. 3 or 4 can work, but we're just talking about the benefits of why cross-line relationships are so awesome. Cross-line relationships, a lot of times you're having similar struggles. Again, if you can find people who are kind of in the same place in their business, maybe you're just starting out. Well, if you find someone else who is just starting out, the two of you are probably having a lot of the same issues or a lot of the same victories where, oh my gosh, I just got my first sign up, and you guys can celebrate together. And I've just found that it's a lot of fun, like I said, to have other people who are at the same place that you are. Sometimes you have issues, possibly with your upline or maybe with people in your downline, and having someone cross-line to you to talk about those kinds of things can be really helpful. It's not someone to complain to, it's not someone to gripe to, but it's someone to problem solve with who, again, isn't in your upline or downline, and that really does change the relationship. The people in your upline, they want you to succeed, and so sometimes it's kind of like, you feel like when you take problems to them, maybe they're just always trying to solve them, or, who knows what. And you can have the most amazing sponsor. But again, it's just a really different dynamic when you have people that are cross-line. You have different teams. So if you can find someone who is, I know, right? What is up with the trolls? Like, I was thinking about this earlier, squirrel moment. Like, who has enough time that they can like get on someone else's Periscope and make rude comments? Like, it's so far beyond me. Maybe I'm just a really nice person, or I don't know, but find something to do. Like, I can give you 15 you can come over and help me clean my house or watch my kids, or, I mean, good gracious, find something better to do with your time. Okay, back on track. Crossline. So share your ideas. Okay, so I've got, a team, and I've got amazing people above me that provide tools and ideas and incentive ideas and all that kind of thing. But somebody that's way crossline from me, like I said, they have a whole different group of upline and downline and all that. They might have a whole different set of ideas. So with my crossline friends, I know there's been different times where one of us is trying to hit a rank, or, something's going on, and we have shared incentive ideas or things that, oh my gosh, this really worked for my team. When I did a class on Ningxia Red, or when I did a big thieves push and we did, all sorts of non-toxic stuff, I saw, my OGV go up, or essential rewards enrollments go up, things like that. So there's been a number of times where, again, when we're sharing struggles, things will come up. Oh yeah, I had that happen, and here's what I did about it, and it really worked for me. Doesn't always mean that it's going to work for them. But yeah, funny, I used to work at Sonic. Yeah, you should too. Gosh, they got me off track. Yeah, so when you're sharing those struggles, a lot of times things will come up and like, oh yeah, I had that problem and here's what I did about it. So super, super valuable. All right, so how to get some crossline friends. You might say, that sounds great. Where do I find them? All right, so one of the easiest things to do is hopefully your sponsor or a couple people above you will put on group events. So like my sponsor's put on classes before, and she's invited, her entire downline, or even a Christmas party, or, a convention dinner, or something like that. Those are some of the best places to find crossline friends. And I have met all the people, I think, that are in the front line of my sponsor. So the people that are directly crossline to me. And so that's a great place to start. Start with, the people that are really actually pretty close to you in business. One of the things that you kind of have to do is you kind of have to get over yourself a little bit. You can't be prideful. You're going to have to be willing to share with people. If you think that, your ideas are the best and you keep them all a secret, your cross-line relationships are not going to work. So you kind of have to care about other people and care about mutual success, and, seeing them succeed before you succeed might be something that happens because of your great ideas. Maybe one of your ideas worked for them and it didn't work so well for you. So you're definitely going to have to be willing to share with other people, and like I said, not be secretive, and especially if you live kind of close together, not worry about, oh, well, they got, a sign up and I didn't, or I should have, that person should have signed up with me. A lot of times if a person doesn't sign up with you, you need to look at you and not that other person. That's a whole nother scope. I need to write that down because that's a big one. Anyway, so that's one way to get cross-line friends is, people that are like directly under your sponsor, in the same place that you are. Other great places are big events. Convention is an awesome place. That's where I found a number of cross-line friends. And sometimes it happens when you're like waiting in line for a meeting or a class. You're waiting in line, you turn around, you start talking to somebody, and boom, a friendship starts up. Find them on Facebook and friend them, and start a conversation. There's an event coming up in Texas next month called Road to Royal. That would be a great place to find some cross-line friends. But you kind of have to talk to people and kind of get out of your shell a little bit. Convention retreats. If you have qualified for a silver retreat or a gold retreat, that is a amazing place because those people there are probably at the exact same spot in their business that you are. It is really common for people that are the same rank to have kind of some of the same struggles. So, talk to people, ask them for their advice, ask them what works. Really just being open to share and to ask questions is a great way to start that. So that's all I've got for today. Any questions, feel free to hit me up, but as long as it's not about my braces. Every scope I've had somebody mention braces. Really? It's not that uncommon. Yeah, but any questions about cross-line friends or anything, that you're wanting to know. Like I said, absolutely super excited to share. My brain goes like a million different places every single day, and oh, thank you. Um, and a lot of times it's like, oh, and I share some things with my builders, but really being about Team Young Living and seeing other people succeed. I know I have succeeded from other people's teachings and videos and documents and all that kind of stuff. And so to be able to give back and to help other people is super fun. And who doesn't love to talk to themselves on their phone? All right, so I'm going to call this a day. And remember, the only way to fail at this business is to quit. Bye, guys.